Right, it's time to talk about why I think our owners should listen to comments from certain players. Even Martin Odegaard.
I think the one that sticks out for me is Newcastle and St James's Park.
Okay,
to be
interesting.
honest.
Yeah, that's right. We all know how the media love to big up the big six. And I think the woman hosting Martin Odegaard did not expect in a million years him to pick out St James's Park. And I don't always focus too much on what other players have got to say. Like, you know, he can think what he wants. But I just found this really interesting. Martin Odegaard's a great footballer, one I've got a lot of respect for. He's played for Real Madrid. He's played in some big stadiums. And I just think it's things like this that if and when we move from St James's Park, even if it is just next door to it, how we go about creating the stadium is really important, that we don't lose the factor in why so many big players like him will always say St James's Park is one of the hardest places to play. You know, you've got Gary Neville pundits now who've played in good teams in the past who talk about St James's as one of the most hostile, difficult places to go. And I just want that to continue. And there's so many different factors for that I think our owners need to remember. Here's factor number one. This photo did the rounds last month when Brighton beat us at St James's Park. People calling our away dressing room a disgrace. What do you want us to do? Lay on the champagne and the red carpet for the team travelling? I love that the dressing room has got panels in the roof falling apart, probably stinks and is the size of a box, not big enough for a 25-man squad. Keep it like that, because the reason Martin Odegaard probably doesn't like coming is because he knows he's got to sit in that awful hole. Keep it like that. The next one, the away view. The fact you've got to walk up 7 flights of stairs but also bring your binoculars with you. We do not allow their fans that travel to us to make any sort of noise or get behind the players, because the players can't hear them half the time and they're not near them to support them and cheer them on corners like a lot of other stadiums like Leicester on Monday for us. And I know we get away with it and it's ridiculous that we're one of the only Premier League stadiums where the fans are boxed off at the top. But again, it helps make it one of the most difficult places to go. Look, do I want to move from St James's Park? No, I still think this is one of the best stadiums in the country and it just needs expansion and a lick of paint. But do I fully expect it to happen? Yes, the Saudi Arabian logic, the fact we had 300,000 people show up for the parade and the continued success and willingness to get more revenue in for the club, but keep some elements the same. We do not want to suddenly house teams that find it a lot more satisfying of a place to come than what St James's has been for years for some of the factors I've just talked about. I found that Odegaard interview really interesting. He didn't pick Anfield, he didn't pick the Etihad, he picked little old Newcastle, who are starting to make waves. If it's got to be done, and I think a lot of people will comment on this video saying it does, make sure you keep some of them foundations that make us who we are and make this one of the most awful places to visit the same. Please, Mr. Rummian. And as always, Newcastle fans, let us know your thoughts and keep the faith. Willets!